Greetings, greetings. Welcome to the Life in Transitions Experts YouTube channel and Facebook group. I am your host, Courtney Rollins, here with hopefully another piece of content that can be helpful to you. In Life in Transitions Experts space, we really try to help you with some of those biggest challenges and transitions in your life. And one of those things are just the fact of getting older. We are in a blessed time of life, of living, of being alive where people are living longer and more people are turning 55, 65 every day than we have ever seen in this country. And people are thinking about what needs to happen, what needs to be put in place so that they can make sure that not only are they living properly in the way they want to live in their senior years, but also making sure that they put things in place so that when they do pass away, that the burden and challenges that quite often happens when someone passes isn't passed on to their loved ones. So today we're going to look at life insurance, one of those tools that everyone can use, and my opinion, should use, but particularly seniors. What does it look like when you're trying to acquire life insurance over the age of 60? And the reason we're saying over the age of 60 is because life insurance is based on really two things: health and age. And so your health, the longer we live in these bodies, quite often wear and tear can happen just like naturally, or with anything. And so health may be an issue. And then age, the insurers need to make sure that they want to make sure that they can stay in business. And if they are insuring folks who they can say maybe have an adverse situation or adverse condition, it can really be harmful to the bottom line, and they wouldn't be able to insure as many people. So those are issues, the health and age for everyone, but particularly for seniors that you want to pay attention to. So let's look at some things. One, you need to make sure you understand the difference between types of life insurance. Not every product is the same, and not every product is best for you. Essentially, there are three types of insurance, or really two types, and then one's like a hybrid between them. But you can talk about term, which is, think about terminate. It ends at a certain amount of time. Um, you have you put the premiums are usually lower because the term is shorter, and if you pass in that time, then your benefits will be the face value of the value of the policy will be granted to your beneficiaries if you pass in that time. The challenge is that as you're putting money in each month, you're not acquiring any cash value in the product or in the policy. And if you pass away after the term is over, it's not paid out. This is usually more suited for folks who are younger or folks who have, I mean, really other strategies, trying to save a little bit of money and probably is going to switch to a more permanent or whole life down the road. But it can be a strategy or a tool that can be useful for you. The other one, quite often, is called permanent or whole life. This stays with you your entire life. You're actually, as you're paying, the premiums do add to your cash value and they accrue. Sometimes they can be more expensive. There are some that are can fit your needs that really you dictate how much you can put in if you qualify for the actual coverage. So a whole life is permanent, is there. It's you know what you're getting, and you also again receive those that cash value. Now universal is sort of like a hybrid between those two. That's where you have you still have flexible premiums. However, it's more for folks who are looking for an aggressive way to accumulate funds with the risk of the investment so they can have for the retirement. So it's not necessarily, even though it is life insurance, it's strategically geared so that people can hopefully have funds, as I said, when they retire. And so, yeah, so make sure you talk to a professional so that you can know the differences and see which one may be right for you. So another thing to think about is your health status. There are going to be a lot of pre-existing or conditions that, again, may not qualify you. And again, there are some insurers out there, even if you're over the age of 60, that will qualify you, but um, you the cost of the premium may go up, and there may be some other restrictions that are involved there. So your health is definitely going to be a a a a factor. But if you're relatively healthy, non-smoker and no diabetes and some other heart conditions isn't necessarily an issue, there are some big factors. We can go over that. As a matter of fact, let me make a note. I'm going to do another piece of content on that down the road that may be helpful to folks. All right. So another thing is the coverage amount. Do you want 100,000, 2 million, 25,000, 10,000? Do you want just to have support to get you buried? So that won't be an issue. And that's going to play a factor. So how much coverage does your loved ones need when you pass? How much will they need to make sure that they're taken care of when you're gone, or make sure that some of the financial burdens are taken care of when you're gone? That's going to determine how much coverage amount you want to have. And then the premium, is it affordable? There are so many carriers out there. You should be able to find something that fits within your budget. The best insurance is the one that's there when you pass away. So if you're putting something that's not sustainable for you monthly, if you're paying monthly or whatever iteration you're paying, make sure it's something that you actually can cover. And nothing wrong with getting a starter coverage so that you at least have something in place and being able to add to it if needed, or even adjust and go down as needed. You know. Also, there are so many different type of riders and additional benefits. Make sure whoever you're talking to or working with can talk you through some of those things. If you have something in place, you might already some type of coverage in place. Review it. Have another agent or professional review it with you. There may be some things that you're already uh, entitled to, such as free insurance, paid up insurance. There's different things that you may be entitled to, and sitting with someone who can look at that and know what they're looking at can be very helpful. Also, check out the company's reputation. You want to make sure the insurer has a track record of paying out and has been there and is going to be there. That's so important. Seventh tip is make sure that you're looking at the fine print. Are there any policy exclusions? What does that mean? What are the factors that would take place or that would indicate they wouldn't pay out that are in the contract? So review it. It is a contract. Review the details. If you're working with a professional, their job is to explain everything thoroughly to you as well. So make sure they do their job. All right. And there may be some conversion options. Perhaps you're deciding that, hey, you want to convert some of these into either a different type of policy, or perhaps you want to pull funds out there, or perhaps it doesn't have, well, I guess it goes back to some of the writers as well, but there are options that you can, there are options that may be in place that allow you to adjust the policy as your life adjusts. All right. And of course, always consult with a professional that you trust. I'm not giving financial or legal advice. I'm just giving my opinion, but definitely would love for you to connect with me if you want to find some support, and I can hopefully put you where you need to be in the right place. Now, the ACA or Affordable Care Act or Obamacare has eliminated someone being able to not give you coverage for pre-existing conditions, of course, unless they're some of those big health ones that are already uh, noted um, in the policy. So pre-existing conditions, if you have some adverse uh, situations or health conditions, that definitely can impact what your coverage is going to look like. So definitely make sure you're being completely open and honest, because insurers, they will do a thorough job of making sure that you have the coverage that what you said is what in fact is represented. And so it's always, live life with integrity. Anyway, it's always good to do that. All right. Again, I thought I didn't have enough slide, but it is Courtney. I'm Courtney Rollins, your life and transitions experts. Feel free to reach out to me at Courtney@estateproservice.com. Love to help you, work with you, see how we can be a part of each other's story. Love you hit a like and subscribe. It so much helps me get to people that hopefully could use this and see it as something valuable, as well as I would love for you to join the Facebook community. All right. So it's at Life and Transitions Experts. This is Courtney Rollins, Life and Transitions Experts, LITE. Let your light shine. Cheers.